Phil started training with us a few years ago. The last chance qualifier for the Olympic trials is pretty much the biggest tournament in the country every 4 years.
The elite boxers in the country are the only ones that make it to the last chance qualifiers.
Everything is like multiples and multiples of people.
We find out that Phil's not fighting one day.
He's basically going to be sitting around thinking about how big this tournament is.
Phil's opponent's going to be Kevin Newman Jr. out of Nevada.
Coming from the Mayweather camp, he's going to be schooled.
Every fight I'm nervous.
One dude's going home, and the next dude you might be fighting sometime soon in this tournament. It's go time. We're ready to rock and roll and get in here and finally get this tournament underway as far as the competition is concerned.
Going to get into the ring, I know we plan on doing, so basically all I'm thinking about is going, just go and do it.
And the game plan going in is to make sure that we're backing the guy up and we're putting a lot of combinations on him.
It's a simple game plan, but Phil's got a good jab, and he's got good in and out and side-to-side movement, and we were pretty confident that he can back this guy up.
When we get in the ring, they call your name out, you walk to the center and everything, and right then is when I'm like, all right, just go. I'm literally not thinking about anything.
But when it first starts, it's like going 150 miles an hour. It's like someone's hitting a fast-forward one. And a lot of times, until you land that first punch, or even sometimes you get hit, it brings you back down to reality. It slows things down a little bit.
For me, when someone hits me pretty good, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm going to get you back, so I have to control that, because I know a couple times in the past I've had trouble with that, so I just try to take their head off.
So round one starts, and Phil comes out, and he Phil's the aggressor off the bat.
He starts jabbing, moving around a little bit. So I'm pretty much just trying to pressure him, come forward as I punch.
Round one, Phil's backing the guy up. His footwork looks awesome. He's keeping his stance nice and solid.
He's snapping his jab. He's backing this guy up. This guy's having a hard time dealing with Phil's pressure. He's ducking down a lot. He's getting overwhelmed.
He would cover up when I start throwing, so I would just try to throw a lot of punches, find openings and try to score.
He's doing a lot of things really well, and he's really following the game plan. He's putting combinations on the kid, and he's making a miss too. That's kind of the key. You want to score and not be scored on. So he's doing a lot of those things in this round, and the things that we need to do to win the round. I'm in the corner and I'm giving Phil instructions after having a great first round. Was pretty sure he won that round. Boxing's really the only sport where you don't know your score until the game's over. Every other sport, you know right where you're at. And with these national tournaments, they show you the score in between rounds, so you know if you're winning or you're losing. We hadn't seen the score yet because they still were calculating and they were bringing it to us.
In the corner when I first sat down, that was probably the first time I actually got a chance to think about what just happened in the first round. And it was actually giving me confidence.
The lady with the score comes through and we see the score and Phil's winning the round. Everyone's telling us how lucky we got to be to do well in this tournament. I don't believe in good luck. I believe in good boxing.
Phil's feeling pretty good because he's realizing that he's gonna hang in here with these guys.
It turns out the score was like 4-2. I was just really shocked because I was like, wow, all that, and it's only 4-2. Wow, so that just made me think I was gonna have to keep working just as hard.
We only made a few adjustments in the corner because the first round went very well.
Kevin was kind of leaning forward when Phil would pressure him, exposing him to an uppercut.
Whenever he was pressuring Kevin was going to bend over, bam, the uppercut's there.
So here we are in round 2, and Phil's got to make some adjustments. And right away he comes out and he tries to throw an uppercut from like halfway across the ring, which is not good.
I was looking for the uppercut. I started looking for it a little too much.
He went for the uppercut a little bit too soon. I mean, he went for it without setting it up properly.
And this is where he made an experienced mistake. He listened to his corner, but how he implemented it into his fight strategy did not work well. So he goes through that uppercut, boom, gets tagged right away. Right? I mean, nice solid shot right in the face.
And by Phil running into that shot, he kind of slowed down the pressure a little bit. You know, it was a little bit more tentative, taking his time, picking his shots.
Was fighting more conservatively than he needs to beat a guy like Kevin Newman.
I see what Erik's telling me, and I'm just a little too focused on that. I think I get away from doing some of the things that I was doing right in the first round. He's making adjustments to the things that I'm trying to work, and it's not anything that I can just pick up on right away. So it was a little hard to read what he was doing different.
He allowed Kevin to get a rhythm and a confidence. I mean, we could be down 4 points or 5 points or 6 points, who knows?
Kevin outscored Phil in that round.
That's right, girl.
Now in the corner in between round 2 and 3, we had to make a lot of adjustments. I didn't know what the score was, but we knew he lost that round.
The uppercut wasn't there like we thought it would be because Phil wasn't putting the same pressure on as he was in the first round.
I was a little unsure on what else I should do.
The guy had his confidence back. The guy had some momentum going now, and he had to turn that around.
They showed us the points, and I was down. I ended up being down by a couple. At that point, I was just thinking, it's the 3rd round. This is it. I gotta go, pick it up, try to get these points back.
He needed to back the guy up, and he needed to put combinations on him, and he needed to do the things he was doing in the first round.
The 3rd round starts, and we know we're down. We're down 3 points, so we got to make up some ground.
I think I definitely thought that I could win still, even though I was down a couple points.
Phil comes out really aggressive.
I was trying to put him on the ropes, back him up, throw a lot of punches.
Now Phil's kind of fighting a little bit desperate. Not completely desperate, but he knows he's down. He's trying to make up some points.
You could see that Phil was really trying to win. He was trying to score, and he wasn't being the boxer that he is.
I was just trying to throw as many punches as I could, trying to land as many as I could.
And 4 points is a lot in boxing when you got 2 top guys. I mean, a 2-point swing one way or the other is difficult to get. The pressure of wanting to win and wanting to beat this guy, I think, got to him a little bit in that 3rd round because he was behind. Kevin handled it very well. He neutralized a lot of Phil's offense with jabs and movement and straight right hands. He did good at breaking up Phil's rhythm.
He's seeing some stuff that he hasn't seen before in a match. The 3rd round is close. It goes back and forth. Phil finished out the round very strong.
I felt like I did pretty good, honestly, in the 3rd round, but I don't really know until they give the results.
There's no luck in these tournaments, and luck wasn't going to get us a decision.
I find out, I'm down. So obviously I lost the fight. I'm pretty emotional. As soon as I heard that, he won, I had a horrible feeling in my stomach. Obviously, no one likes to lose anything.
It's a weird feeling after the fight because as a coach, you want to make sure that your boxer gets out of this tournament what you brought him in there for. Now you want to win. If you don't win, you want to make sure that he's improving from this.
I'm very proud of that kid. I think he fought a good fight. against the top guy in the country, one of the biggest stages, that you can fight in, other than going to the Olympics itself, and he did very well with it.
I was disappointed that we lost the fight. I was disappointed that we lost the tournament. I was happy with the way that he performed. The key thing in all of that was he actually went to a big tournament and he won a round, and it's feedback for us. And what he did in the second and third rounds were things that are easy to fix and things that experience helps fix.
Just the experience of the whole trip, coming down, the waiting, training, all the diet, everything like that, the fight. It was a great experience.
It was worth the time, expense, and effort that we all put in to get him to this point and to compete in this tournament. And he represented our program really well, and he put CNY boxing on the map, really, because none of those guys up there had heard of us.
Just knowing that I know and I have competed with guys that are on the top level of amateur boxing, just gives me a little extra boost.
There was no doubt in my mind that kid was ready for this tournament, and he showed it when we went out there.
All in all, it was a great experience for everybody, a great tournament, and we're going to be back and we're going to do it again, and we're going to do a lot of these national tournaments, and you're going to see some national champions coming out of CNY boxing.